Okay, hello and welcome to the party, everybody. I am your dungeon master for this evening, the Bardic Knock. My name, under my face, find me on the Twitters and all the other places. I'll say those again later. We are continuing our Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 homebrew game, Tales from the Kingdom of Five. It's this magical place that I made up in my brain, and it's also kind of dumb. Sure, why not? I don't know. Uh, I was on like a train, and then
It kind of wrecked.
well, it didn't even like go off the rails. It just started fucking flying, and it was a weird train.
Yeah, it was a bit of
The British version of the Magic School Bus. Hop on the Magic Trolley!
You could have just said like the Hogwarts Express or something instead. Like...
No, I have to make it bad.
Okay. No, that's an awful segue, Matt. You can't say that. I was gonna say, speaking of things that are bad, my lovely play. Like, no, that's not fair. You're good.
Ouch.
You're the one.
Ouch.
You guys actually make this interesting. Because if it was just me, what the fuck would I do for 3 hours?
Audiobook?
But I'd have nobody to make fun of.
Be a diagnosed schizophrenic instead of an undiagnosed.
So, before I say things about this amazing channel and place, and about the not so amazing me, I'm kind of amazing, but only kind of. I'm gonna let some actual amazing people talk and introduce themselves. Let's go around the screen. I was gonna say room, but we're all in different places, so that's not. Archer, someone make me stop talking.
Hello, peoples. My name is Archer the Eye. I will be playing Keldor the Knoll Knight / Scout. Has an owlbear now that's running around.
Snowy is dope. I love Snowy. I sure hope nothing bad ever happens to them.
Well, if anything bad happens to Snowy, the entire universe.
To be fair, it would be
Just
like
gonna
poultry
implode.
and bear mixed to each other, so I imagine it would probably smell horrible, but be very filling.
Depends what it's been eating. Blueberry bears
goblins.
exist.
It's been eating goblins.
In reality, it's kind of just been eating whatever the heck the hobgoblins' scraps were. So
Lots of
rabbit.
blueberries. That's what the goblins are known for.
I don't know.
Good work. It's a gristly bear.
All right. Well, I'm right below Archer on the screen today. So hi, my name is TJ, and I'll be playing a halfling rogue Flick.
He was right! Yay!
And we are a level of some description that other people will tell you.
8.
Yep, that one.
That one.
That's the one it is.
Underneath TJ is our resident teacher. Cody, tell us about yourself.
Yes, I am a teacher, and I also have an awesome shirt that is entirely about theater because I like to be obnoxious even in my home. I also have another one that just says theater teacher, which I honestly think is amazingly redundant and only useful in one situation. And I own a lot of shirts like that.
But why would you
Anyway,
get two of the same shirt?
Oh, no, I don't have two of the same shirt. Not unless I plan on giving it out to someone else. Like, I honestly will probably send one of my students out with the theater teacher shirt at some point. I don't know, just the way it is. Anyway,
You've earned this. Go off into the wild.
That's how you get your degree in theater. I don't know if you realize that, TJ.
No, be dramatic.
You plant random theater students in the wild, like seedlings.
Back to business. I play Kid the Dark Horse, the human Eldritch Knight, which means I got a certain certain number of levels of fighter and certain number of levels of wizard coming together to make some weird abomination that combines the two.
Eldritch Night babies.
Okay. And speaking of babies,
Yes.
let's go to Rebecca because most of her characters sound like babies except this one.
I mean, you're
Were
lucky we're
shots
friends.
just fired? Sorry, Rebecca, I just spoke over you.
No, it's
Well-
lucky, Cody, that we're friends, cause fuck you. I have rage, okay? Fuck you. I'm Rebecca. I'll be playing Primrose, the half-orc bard / monk, and we all have new icons now. Eventually, whenever we get around to it.
Yeah, Rebecca has done some wonderful artwork for us, which, Archer, when we go to the break screen later on, would you be able to display that?
I should be able to. Yes.
Wonderful, and you'll all get
Stay
to see
tuned.
it.
They have like a very Adventure Quest vibe to them, and it's just the best thing for us.
It is beautiful, and I'm very, very happy with all of it because Rebecca did an amazing job.
Well, thank you.
And Rebecca, does this
Mhm.
artwork get posted online anywhere? Is there a special place where I, as a random internet person, could type in a website address and find this artwork and similar artwork?
Yes, there is. Found it at deviantart.com. /Lundana. LUNDANA. That's mine. What's that?
The spelling is right above your head.
Sweet.
Started.
Wonderful. So, if you like this stuff, you should go and check out Rebecca's other stuff. It's all wonderful, and I like it. And finally, our final player, who, much like Rebecca, is going to be displayed by a swirling amount of stuff on a screen. Because we got fancy technology stuff. It's not the cat.
It could be if we tried hard enough.
Wait, don't blink. Are you a cat?
Possibly.
I thought we determined he was a lobster.
Lobster cat. Lobster cat.
I thought that was Kevin. Like, is Don't Blink Kevin?
Is
I
don't blink
so.
Kevin.
That's been his secret backstory this entire time.
Kevin.
So don't blink.
Anyways,
Please
yeah.
tell us who you are.
Yes,
Now we
I
can-
am Don't Blink. I am this cool little thing of circles flying around. And I think this is what I want to be this session.
It's an
I mean,
AI.
Play Vaco,
Not-
Sorcerer. And
I
do
mean,
cool stuff as well. But not as
it,
cool as
it would be the perfect cover for a lobster
So-
to convince us all it's a cat.
Sorry, TJ, I thought you were going down a totally different route there. Because I just started looking at this spinning circle, and I don't know about you, I'm getting like almost acid flashback.
It's fucking
Looking at that.
mesmerizing. I'll give it that.
Don't!
You will absolutely not miss whenever he talks now.
No. Don't give a DM flashbacks. This show is already enough of a shitstorm. You don't need me tripping out.
Well, at least you guys will know what I'm laughing at.
I mean, we
Oh,
are about to
that's
head
true.
into the Freaky Woods with all the Freaky Woods people.
Yes, we were. So, before that, quickly, hey,
Perfect
welcome to
time
the
for
party.
flashbacks.
Wonderful place filled with wonderful people. There is a Discord server and that link down below. Go click that, check it out, join the community, and do wonderful, awesome things with other wonderful, awesome people. Also, keep up to date with Welcome to the Party on Twitter at WelcomePartyRPG. Over on YouTube to catch up on anything you missed at youtube.com/welcome to the party, and obviously here on Twitch, where if you subscribe, one, that's very kind of you, thank you, and two, depending on what tier of subscription you do click for, you get different emotes. So tier 1 will get you a WTTPD20, tier 2 Michael the Mimic, and tier 3 Crits on the Rocks. You also get to give out a free advantage / critical hit different DMs are different. I'm all in for the nat 20, the insta win, because it's more interesting. And you can give that to any player or DM on this entire channel of your choice, and that is for every month you stay subscribed. Also, if you want to donate bits, we'll take them. 500 bits, small change, so crit, max damage, etc., etc. 1,000 bits, big change. You suggest a thing, and I'll go, that's cool, we'll do it. I got my little chatbot, Madoodle Whatsits here. I'm looking at stuff. I can see what's going on. And speaking of what's going on, where we rounded off last time, the group had left Cowdenbath. That's what we're pronouncing it now. Yep. Having sent their newly claimed, formed, stolen army of hobgoblins and frost giants to the ruins of Dundee, and they themselves have headed towards the Cladwell Forest. Upon reaching the edges of a forest, and after a long journey, have decided to set up camp and rest up before heading on in there. We had pretty much established that, yep, all right, going to sleep now. And Keldor, I believe you said you wanted to take the first watch with Hyros the Minotaur, yes?
Yes.
I'm totally good with that. However, did anybody whatsoever have any roleplay scenes they wanted to do before going to bed? I was like, nah, fuck it, bed.
I think that's what we did.
I'm choosing to stay awake, but I'm just camped out in that tree that I climbed into. And so I don't tell anybody I'm going to stay awake. I just am up there whittling or playing with my knives or something.
Yep, groovy. Anybody else?
If kid takes the watch, then yes.
I'm gonna need to stay asleep because I'm a wizard. I gotta prepare my spells.
Well, never mind then.
I get the sleep pass.
Actually, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity. Prim will stay up with Keldor for once.
All right, yeah. If you want, Hyros can be there as well, because I'm assuming Keldor wants to have a scene with Hyros. Yep. So it'll be Prim, Keldor, and Hyros, and Secret Flick. Varko, is there anything you would like to do, or are you like, nah, screw it, sleep, spells?
Yeah, definitely. He's probably going to be tired.
Okay. So, let's put people in their tents. Genfrugo there. Eliza there. It's like everyone gets their own tent, just themselves. Alrighty. So, the first watch begins. Keldor, Prim, and Hyros, where would you like to be? Are you like walking around patrolling? You just sat around the fire and occasionally looking? What's everybody's plan?
Keldor would definitely not be sitting around the fire. He'd be patrolling. Because a lot easier to get snuck up on when sitting by the fire.
I'm deliberately keeping an eye and an ear open too.
Okay.
Along with Sputnik.
Due to Hyros' size, he's got a pretty decent scope, so he's going to stay relatively close to the fire, occasionally tending to it and looking around. He also seems to have no fear or feel there's any consequence or need for like particular quiet, so he would just shout out to any of you if like you wanted to engage in conversation to try and keep yourself alert.
Hello, little one.
See, I've been trying to figure out how to do the voice for Hyros because I don't want it to end up just being like Unst, but I have a feeling if I try to do Greek, it's just going to end up Russian. Because I'm not great at like European accents. I can do a bad French and an even worse Spanish. So let me think Greek. Be like,
Nice
where's
to moo to you.
where? Yeah, somewhere around here. There we go. But deeper
Wow.
because it is big, deep, man. So it's here for heroes.
Wow.
And yes, this is how I figure out all my character voices. I just say words in stupid tones until I finally go, yeah, that's dumb enough. Go with it. Go with it.
That's less like watching you throw a bunch of darts at a dartboard and more like watching you throw one dart that's from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
And just hit everything until
Yeah.
Not like, no, that one didn't work. No, no, it's just like, this is not work. Okay.
Yeah.
What's even better is slowly. It'll just slowly shift, and by the end of a session, it'll be something entirely different.
Oh yeah.
And
sure.
we'll all know it's something entirely different, but we won't be able to pick out when it changed.
All right.
So, and Prim, how are you engaging on the watch as well? Are you walking around on patrol with Keldor? Are you sticking close to Hydos?
I believe Prim has dark vision.
I believe you do.
I do, yeah. Okay, then yeah. Prim will be on patrol with Keldor.
Alrighty.
So there. So
So, as the two of you are walking around and just keeping an eye out, keeping an ear out, I'm assuming some form of conversation is sparked up, otherwise it's just a really long, awkward walk.
I could see that too.
It's like teenagers on a first date. They just walk around and don't say a word.
You do
That's you
not
my husband
know
on a
my
date
teenage
now.
girlfriend.
I mean that's kind of what I do now with Dan. It's very similar. I'm
Like
terrible.
it's a
I
bad thing.
know. Let's see.
I'm trying to remember if I have a crossbow still.
I mean, you should,
I believe so, yes.
unless you lost it
Okay.
somewhere.
Yeah, I just don't think I ever wrote it down. But I have the bag of holding now, so yeah, if everyone's okay with that, I'm going to write down that there's at least one in there, which I'm going to now pull out and sit with loaded in a comfy spot in the tree. Like the times of yore, back before my home exploded and turned into zombies.
Are you like monologuing out loud in the tree or?
I'm talking to Sputnik telepathically. What the group doesn't know is that Flick sounds quiet some of the time, but that's actually the time when he's speaking the most. He's actually distracted from what's going on around him by the monologue he's doing in his own head to Sputnik. It's the only time he's actually quiet.
So just my own mental image. Are you stroking the crossbow as well? Are you slowly becoming like a crazy gun nut? Where you sit there in the middle of the night just stroking your firearm?
Yeah, and after that, I'm gonna finger the bow.
Do you need some oil for that?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Does yours need oil, Vaca?
Well, I mean, you're supposed to oil the strings.
Actually, I think they use wax.
That's right, wax. Do you have any wax?
Much better results.
Go up and down with it.
That's Wednesday
Keldor
night
and
for Matt.
Primrose, please have a conversation.
Sputnik, I kind of feel bigger with this thing. Like, I don't think people are gonna pick on me as much if I carry this around all the time. If I just like sling it real low and hang it out where everybody can see it, and I don't think anybody's gonna fuck with me anymore.
And it's a repeating crossbow, so you can be like, bam, 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 bam,
Right?
over and over again.
Sputnik sounds an awful lot like Kid.
Oh my god. Like, Flick. Sputnik. You could use Sputnik as like a walkie-talkie at like a sleepover to get the message out to the kid. You can be having like a little psychopath conversation.
The canon cup and string conversation from grade 3. That was a good one.
Oh
No,
my
Matt's
god.
Matt's British. Remember, that's not like grade 3 for him. It's like year 2 or something. I don't know.
What age is it?
God, what is third graders?
8?
7, 8.
7
yeah.
and 8.
The grade is the number plus 5 or 6 for your age.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
It's 6, right? Because you're
No.
5 when you go into kindergarten, and then you're 6 when you go into grade 1, 7 when you go into grade 2. Yeah, so it's the grade plus 5 years.
Okay.
Okay. See, now I'm trying to think, because it's been way too long since I was in or around any schools. That's not for legal reasons either. It's just...
Yeah, sure, we all believe you now.
You had to
We
get
all
that
thought
in
about it.
before anybody else did.
I had to make the joke first, yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, it's
You had
even
to
weirder
get it out of
because,
train before.
see, unfortunately, I didn't, like, my school wasn't normal either, because I got sent to little posh boy schools where they had stupid names for things, and then they changed all the names partway through, and then I went to boarding school with totally different naming systems anyway. It's like, what?
I think Baka was freaking out up there. He's going crazy.
Yeah, I'm seeing
So-
the thing move, and I don't know if it's just us in the background or if he's just like giggling but has himself muted.
So, kindergarten, as you know it, when I was that age, we had 2 separate ones. I was lower kindergarten, upper kindergarten, like lower for 4, upper for 5, and that's
You
changed now.
monsters.
That's
We call
called
that
preschool.
school here.
That's changed now. Now for 4 to 5 is called reception, and year 1 is 5 to 6, and then it just goes up in numbers. So 2 is 6 to 7, 3 is 7 to... So yeah, it'd be year 3. It works!
Only took us
But,
10 minutes to figure it out.
They call it
Yeah.
reception before kindergarten.
We just stopped using the word kindergarten for some reason.
Why would you call it something that a child couldn't pronounce?
Because
I
they
don't know.
don't like German words.
Like I know any child could say kindergarten, but I don't know any of them who could say reception and make it sound adorable. That's like the entire purpose of it.
Well, you do
Reception.
live in America.
Yeah, that sounds like a child who's just lisping. That's
I don't.
not good for very long.
I don't have much interaction with children. I don't know what they sound like. To me, they're just like loud noise. Who I see on the street, and I like shake a stick at them and go, "Good, damn
Sounds like a stray
kid."
cat.
I try and do a child
That's why
voice,
he's
I
not
turn into a
allowed back at the
bustard.
schools. I'm sorry, Rebecca. I couldn't not say that. What did you say?
I say I tried to do a kid's voice, and it turned Boston-y. It turned into Boston.
That's
Kinda
Kid's
got-
secret. He's actually
After all,
from
I get
Boston.
back to-
So for
Are we
all
supposed to be
you
playing
watching,
D&D?
we didn't get
Yeah.
the shit talk in before the stream because we were doing technical stuff. So you're seeing what happens before stream usually. Happening on stream.
Yeah, we should get back to Flick making sexual innuendos about his crossbow.
Right? We should definitely get back to the serious nature of our game.
Or we could get back to the potentially like insightful character moment brewing between Primrose and Keldor.
Yes, let's do that.
Sputnik, what if I just shove in everybody's faces, Like, just everybody I meet. Just like, no hi, no, I'm Flick. Just like, hey, look at my crossbow. This is what we're dealing with now. This is how I deal with the world. I think this is the lens I'm gonna see life through now, little buddy. I think like you've got that flame breath. I see the world the way you see it now. You point your face at things and they go away. It's nice. It's a good feeling to have.
So what I'm
That
hearing
sounds
is we need
awfully
to.
hostile, Papa.
I think we need to take Flick to a therapist.
Oh no! All of us need a therapist, and that's why we.
Yeah,
should
I
do so
could have
well.
told you that several murder sessions ago.
I think that was very clearly established after session 1.
We need to buy Flick like a huge horse.
So it doesn't need to compensate with a crossbow, it can compensate with a horse.
What is a better
Natural.
symbol of masculinity, a gun or a horse? The debate continues.
Oh, you know what we could do?
You
Someone
get a
could
gun
give-
mounted on a horse.
No. Somebody could give Flick a goddamn hug and tell him everything's okay.
I try,
You
okay.
won't believe
We-
it.
Very different plans for this character arc, Matt. I see a gun on a horse, and you see all this roleplay stuff.
I think I've tried giving a hug at least 3 different times, but it hasn't worked so far, so.
I think we're thinking too small with this gun horse idea.
I think it needs to be a Trojan horse and a cannon, damn it.
It's called a tank. What you want is a tank.
Yes,
Alright,
that's
alright.
all I want.
Please,
that too much to ask?
please, Rebecca Archer, speak. Before we go out.
This is never going to end.
Okay.
For some reason, I can't help but see Flick on a horse right now. I don't know why.
It's a tank now.
So weird.
You're behind the times.
It's a tank.
I'm
Okay.
actually crying.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I'm not sure he'd fit on one.
I mean, it would make him feel tall.
Being tall's not all that it's cracked up to be. You're always hitting your head on stuff.
Yeah.
It's true. The only thing I hit my head's on kneecaps of other people.
Settle down, Matt. I see your brain going over there. All right, shut up. Somebody else take it. Go. Here's the frisbee. Run with it. Don't drop it. Go. Go.
Gay joke. Did I
Oh,
do
I'm sorry. My thing just disconnected like a bitch. Alright.
Innuendo.
Rebecca, is everything okay on your end now?
I think, well, for now.
It's something.
Good lord. Okay. You put the two most quietest characters together. This is what happens.
And then go.
I
Talk
didn't
no
put you
pressure.
together, you put yourself together.
I know. But Prim hasn't talked to Keldor like at all first time they met. This is a problem.
Yeah.
And the wedding. Wedding too. Let's see. So, okay, the forest is over there to our east.
Yeah, east.
Northeast-ish. Yeah, east.
What does it look like right now at night?
Okay. Here we go. I can give a description. It's really quite bright out, surprisingly, despite, as you would normally expect, you know, night is dark and scary, but the moon is totally, well, it at least appears totally full, and it seems a little bit brighter than one would normally expect it to be. There appears to be no clouds in the sky, giving a somewhat chill in the air. So it's not super great. The trees themselves, whilst a large number of them appear to be evergreen, things like pine and whatnot, interspersed between them, there appear to be quite a lot of dead trees, or at least trees that are deciduous. So they are waiting for return of spring, and then they can blossom and be pretty and lovely again instead of being cold, dead, empty husks awaiting.
Prim is walking alongside Keldor, and they're just kind of staring at the forest, watching for any signs of anything. What do you think we'll find in there?
Honestly, don't really know. This is a ways away from what I'm used to. Hopefully druids, though.
We mean a ways away. I mean, have you not been in the forest before?
This forest is different.
Different.
It's hard to explain, but this forest is not similar to the one back home.
True. I've never actually gone through it. I've only just passed near it. My travels.
It might just be that there's, druids, magic stuff in here, whereas back home the forest only had one druid. Yeah.
I bet my garden's in there.
Your garden?
It's a garden I'm looking for.
Okay, I was.
The garden, yeah. No, not my garden.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense than you losing an entire garden inside a forest. I mean, that can happen too.
I did want to make a garden up near Raxbar, and it lost it in the snow. They can't get lost.
Yeah, but that's only till spring. Then you can find it again.
No, it was gone. Like nothing. It was so weird.
Have an avalanche or something?
I don't remember. It was almost 30 years ago. I just remember not being there.
Eldor's brain slightly short circuits at the thought of that long a time passing. Oh, okay. I had a garden back home. It died a lot.
Well, lucky for me, I have 2 green thumbs.
Keldor looks at his thumbs, which are like in gauntlets right at the moment, so they're like, well, normally they'd be black, but okay. I don't know what green thumb means.
Ninja good at gardening.
Oh.
That's the idea anyway, that's what I've heard humans say.
I guess my mom had a green thumb then. Because the stuff in her garden never died. My garden died a lot.
What was it like growing up around humans? For you?
It was good. Bad. There were people who didn't look at me like a monster. Some who did. But enough of them didn't that... Really, it wasn't really anyone in my hometown who thought I was a monster. It was mostly the ones traveling through. Amazing how people who travel can be so small-minded. I think they wouldn't be having traveled so much.
True.
My sister came up with a name for them. She called them Turon.
Turons.
Yeah, because a lot of them were there to look at stuff. Like, I think tourists is the name. And then morons, so we called them Turons.
I like it. We didn't have many Turons in my village. A little too cold for that. When
What
we
was
were
your-
there. Sorry, go ahead.
What was your village like?
Well, when I was growing up or now?
Eh.
Whatever. I don't really want to talk about it, so you know.
Whatever you want
I
to
don't
tell
really
me.
care.
No, he's just curious. It's like, I don't know. Tell me whatever you know.
I know both sides, but when I was younger, it was I understand your monster concept. The Black Claw, they were known for doing raids near my village, the village I grew up in. So when I showed up there, it was a little weird. Not many liked me there.
Yeah, I got lucky.
It was difficult.
Hey, heroes, what's your story?
I already forgot his fucking voice. Shit.
It's agreed.
It's somewhere down here, but deeper. Like deeper. Here. Well, Heros has long and interesting story. He's
Shouting across the camp.
just bellowing, not even thinking about it.
Everyone's awake.
Waking up
Hey!
everybody.
Shut up!
Don't forget the Greek yogurt part, so we gotta make sure he gets that cow in there.
You trying to get us
Oh.
all killed?
Oh, I am sorry. I will move over closer, so he's not shouting. And he toddles on over.
Everyone's awake now in the camp, like fucking dicks.
You know what?
I turn to
Because
Sputnik
of
and in
his
my head I
voice.
say, as soon as he goes to sleep, I'm turning him into ground beef.
Because I'm a dick and I enjoy far too much what stupid character traits I make up on the spot. Just because of his voice, I imagine Heroes is. And yeah, I just rolled. He steps in the fire. He walks on through, and he goes, "Oh no, no!" Kind of shakes it off. Like he doesn't spread it anywhere. He just hurts himself. And he walks over, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, yes, hello, friends. Sorry, he was being loud. He's normal. Where do I come from? You need to shout to get heard.
Don't,
Get it
don't.
heard.
Can
like
you
cows.
lower? Can you lower your shouting? It's loud.
I'm looking
Gosh.
hard on the horizon, like I'm in like the crow's nest of the ship up here in this tree. Yeah. If something's gonna ambush us, it's probably gonna go for him. So, I mean, I'm totally gonna let him use himself as bait. Unfortunately, he walked right next to you guys. Hopefully, he'll be the pincushion.
So, anyway, if is this appropriate level of volumes?
Yes.
Sure.
So, My story
We're all gonna die.
is it's not fun story. Not gonna lie. It's kind of awful in many ways, actually. Originally, I come from across the oceans. I came on big boat. I thought, oh great, I'm going to be big important pit fighter. I'm going to earn money, be successful, and then I got no one quite took me. Well, I don't want to say serious. They took me very seriously. In fact, I wasn't a combatant. I was a creature, monster, to be killed for entertainment. Not honorable fighter, literal meat.
That's not cool.
No, people suck.
Yeah.
So
They do.
Most of them. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
apparently, if you as a monster fight back too hard and kill someone trying to murder you, they like to chain you up, drag you out into the woods, and kill you. It didn't stick. Although, you know what did stick? My horns through their hearts. And since then, I have really just been moving from place to place.
Oh, for God's sake.
And then I met hobgoblins, and I thought, oh, look, maybe these people will... no. Chained, thrown in pit, fight every day. At least they treated me like person, not beast. Or they treat everyone like beast. Either way, it was at least fair. And now I meet you. You are new friends, peoples. Not really sure what my plan is. What are you actually doing? I have not really been present in many conversations so far.
So where were you taken to pit fight? They're treated as monster? Or what city?
What was it called? Done.
50% chance.
Dundee or Dunkirk?
Kirk. Yes, I remember, because I was like, I had a friend called Kirk, and then the person punched me in the face for talk.
Yeah, that's where we're headed.
Oh no.
But
I am wanted murderer.
I don't think that's gonna be a problem. 'Cause
Wonderful.
there is... How long ago did this happen?
About 40 years. It's pretty long time.
Oh yeah, you're fine. There's been a change of leadership.
Oh, wonderful.
There, and
was there a new electoral government?
No, it was a sorcerer who blew up Dundee.
Dundee got blown up?
Yeah, Dundee got blown up.
Like, last week?
Couple, like, a month ago. Or a little longer.
I may have been hobgoblin prisoner for a long time than I thought.
It's kind of,
You see him like he's trying to figure out how long he was kept captive.
Kind of hard to count days underground.
Yeah. He's kind of going, Okay, so he then pulls. He shows his arm, and you notice there is a tally chart on his arm, which he has obviously carved in there himself. Just a simple, brief glimpse. You can see there is over 200-300 marks on this.
Carved into his own arm.
Yep.
So he's got 200 or 300 little tiny scratches in his big giant minotaur arm.
Yeah, I mean, like he moves some of the fur out of the way so you can actually get in, but it's there. Because I was there much longer than thought. Oh dear.
So when you carved a new one in every day, you didn't notice how many there were? Never mind. Never mind. Okay, good. All right, we have an insight into your character now. This is obviously how much attention I'm paying to looking at things outside.
Kid's still slightly awake whenever this is happening, and he's just taking notes that this might be a very good method of creating a calendar.
Oh god, no.
Anyone
all
talks about
vampires apparently
scars,
do this.
kid just sits bolt upright. Scars.
Scars.
Mhm.
Are you free on the 17th? Oh, just let me check my minotaur.
Ah, damn it! Hold on, let me look at my watch. That's another minute. That's another minute.
Every minute and oh my goodness. Anyways,
We found the secret of all kids' scars. Yeah. Turns out he's never actually been in a fight before he met us.
He's just really bad at math.
He's OCD.
uh,
OCD sadomasochistic. I know.
so yeah, we're headed to Dunkirk to not restore the old government, but get rid of the new one and put a different one on.
I mean, no slight against you people. You seem like perfectly pleasant people. You broke me free from my chains.
I also saved your butt.
You also wait. That was
After
you.
I nearly killed you.
Yes, that was me.
I've taken many blows to head, but thank you. Yes. But sorry, lost brain. Move forward. Go. So let me try and get this straight. Peoples I knew. I didn't actually know government. It was just thing. Just let's call whatever. They were bad. They got replaced by other. So, but is also bad. What makes you think that next one won't also be bad? Because hobgoblins, I thought might not be bad. They turned out to be bad.
Well, one thing is, and I lower my voice a bit, is like, I know the guy personally. Tries to do something, I will whack him upside the head and throw him out of the castle.
But okay, this is good start. But then, if you are in charge, how do we know you are not bad? Nobody starts life thinking I am going to be bad.
Nope, and I agree.
I didn't kill all those people with intent. Like it just happened, and I totally understand how, from people's perspective, I am now bad, scary murderer man.
Yeah. Well, one, I will never put myself in charge. Because that would suck. Ugh,
Yes.
all that courtly nonsense.
It sounds like a lot of work, if I'm honest.
Yeah, no. I'd rather be the guy who beats stuff up for people.
I can get behind that. And,
But I'm perfectly fine beating up the people sending me to beat people if the wrong people.
See, I feel as if there's some kind of kindred spirit here. We're both big, furry, scary people who don't really like hurting things, but well, I guess we do like hurting things, but it's not for like evil, sadistic reasons. How come you fight like people, not like?
Because then I don't stop hurting.
You can learn. You never tried to channel? You know, the grrr?
Last time that ended, I don't want to risk the people around process.
You have people you care about.
First mistake.
Well, it's not really a mistake. It's just it's key difference. Mine gone. That was fun. Don't really remember them no more. I remember I liked them a lot.
You get like really bashed upside the head.
He pulls the fur on his arm back and looks and says, yeah. Was lots of fights every day.
You see where some of these lines are crooked? All those ones were days when I got hit in the head.
That's sucks. At least I remember.
Well, I'm glad you have them. What about you, Green One? I don't think you said your name to me yet. Sorry if that's offensive. Because apparently I'm aware of what offensive means and I'm capable of being polite enough. But I don't know. I'm a very nuanced character who is not being made up on the spot. I swear.
I mean, she like
Primrose.
So, you have people you care about?
Yes, that they're still alive.
I mean, family? Or is this... No, like, I am aware of family is many different things to different people. By blood, or by chosen, or adoptive, like, or created, or any of it. Like, is his blood family? Or not so much?
They used to be. That was a long time ago.
That sounds slightly ominous and maybe very saddening. Do you want to tell me?
Suppose if you'll listen.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Suppose if you'll listen, I could tell you.
I am surprisingly good listener.
As of right this moment.
Giant cow ears.
I probably might not remember, but I will listen.
Are all three of us still walking along the perimeter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I assume you've been walking along. Flick, I see you've been making spot checks.
And doing very poorly.
And doing
Yeah.
so poorly.
I assume that both you and Spudnik are busy looking at your crossbow.
Sputnik fell asleep.
Yes, you've been thinking Spudnik's like just
Yeah.
really and like really just going.
It's secret that I rant to Sputnik all the time, and what Sputnik keeps secret from me is that 3 seconds into every rant, he curls up and goes to sleep.
He just turns off the telepathy. Just goes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm out.
So, Keldor and Primrose, if you would like to make spot and listen check to see what's going on around the perimeter.
Do better than me.
I don't hear nothing,
Hard not to.
but
Yeah.
I definitely am not.
His eyes are
completely
open, at least.
oblivious.
Okay. And Prima, would you like to make those rolls?
I'm trying.
There we go. Okay, spots were 19 and 10, listens were 5 and 11. Okay, listen-wise, you don't really hear much. You kind of hear... Well, there's... I don't want to call it ominous, because it's not inherently ominous. However, due to the night of the moon, you're near a dark forest. I suppose anything's a bit like, ooh, what's that? As you hear the wind howl through the trees, and you're fairly certain you hear an owl somewhere. Like, okay, owls. Other than
Don't we
that,
have an owl bear with us?
you do have an owl bear.
Does the owl set off the owl bear? Is it like dogs in an apartment complex where when one starts barking, they start barking back and forth?
Let's see if he even hears.
Like all dogs go to heaven, or
Probably.
101
Oh,
Dalmatians,
Yeah,
or
he
whatever other
definitely
Disney movie.
hears.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Snowy hears that. Snowy... Is Snowy asleep? Like,
No, Snowy
or-
would be patrolling with me. Basically, I'm training it to be a guard owl because it's a
It's
nocturnal beast,
nighttime.
anyways.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
an owl bear. I would assume it's awake.
Yeah.
And should I roll
So-
a spot check as well?
You can do.
Nat 20.
For a total of 33.
That's pretty flippin' good. Alright. So, the listen, wind, owl, hoot, Snowy will kind of like stick his little head up and go. As for the spots, Primrose, you see nothing. Keldor, you think for a brief moment you see a shadow of something moving along the inner tree line. However, upon closer inspection, it appears to just be a natural shadow caused by the moon. When Snowy goes over, well, Snowy definitely sees something. And would Snowy go and investigate it themselves or point it out to...
I think one of the things that I had Snowy trained to do, from what you said, is to alert me.
Yeah,
Basically.
so Snowy will like nudge you and be like, I'm trying to mix a hoot and a growl. And we'll be looking at something on a tree.
On a tree.
It seems to be coming from like a specific tree. On the very edge of the forest, nothing too far in.
Okay. Can I roll a search check to see if I see what Snowy's?
You most definitely can.
20.
As you go over and have a little bit of a closer look.
With my weapon ready.
Yeah, weapon ready. Absolutely fine.
If
You make out-
sorry, if I notice that they're like alerted to something, I'm gonna have my crossbow like pointed that way too.
Okay. Go and getting a closer look. It's nothing too noticeable. But what Snowy can be what Snowy has made out is there appears to be a small marking on the tree. And at first it doesn't seem to be anything impressive. But the longer you look at it, and the more you focus on it, this marking 100% is not natural, not caused by natural means. And who speaks Draconic? Or can read Draconic?
I can.
You can?
Yep.
Je ne
Wonderful, you
parle
can-
pas draconique.
You can make out what this says. It seems very hastily scrawled, like because it's just like a couple of simple draconic words. They have a faint white bluish glow to them, and it's just a marker that, and in draconic it basically says, "Travelers, check back later." It's almost as if someone has left a personal note on this for themselves.
Okay. I'm going to notice that and then just walk back as if nothing was there, as if I didn't find anything.
Okay.
And then once I get close to Primrose and Heroes, I'm going to say very quietly, I think we're being watched.
Heroes will kind of look at it and goes, from trees? I get axe and go swing,
Nope.
chop down trees?
Just
No?
keep walking.
Okay. I mean, does being washed inherently being a bad thing? Maybe it's like guardian spirit person looking out for us, like lovely hero.
If they're all looking that direction, I want to look directly behind us, the opposite direction everybody's looking.
I'm very much trying to get them to not look in that direction. Kind of act like natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no, cool, move on.
Just keep walking.
You want me to make another spot check, Matt?
You look in the opposite direction?
Yes.
Yeah, go right ahead, look in the opposite direction.
Like to the left of our little map here. Oh, good. Another 7.
And a
Yeah, you
6.
see,
You're
you're just looking at the tree. Like, you turn and you go, yep, that's trees.
trees.
Tree branches in my face.
Yep. There's definitely nobody in that one little gap I can see between those branches. I'm sure there's nobody there.
Yeah. So, Keldor, Prim, and Heroes, as you start to move away, what is the hushed discussion that is ongoing?
I mean, Heroes asked about Prim, so
Well, also, Keldor just was like, someone's watching us.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Saying there's no reason we need to stop getting to know each other just because we're about to die. Priorities, Keldor. Jesus. Thought friendship was important to you.
So is staying alive.
Do you want those to act normal?
Let's just keep walking and talking.
So, you continue walking and checking out a little bit more. I'm assuming you're now specifically keeping an eye out if there's any other marking outermost trees. Now you're acutely aware of them. Every 20 meters or so, you'll see another one of these marks, and each one of them says something entirely different. One on a tree 20 feet away will say something like family of foxes. Nothing interesting. Go a bit further down, northern raiding party. Be cautious. And it's kind of just like a list of things that this person has seen approaching or coming near the forest.
Do these all look different, like, ages?
The marks, definitely. They appear to... You can kind of tell by, like, they give off a magical vibe, essentially. And the more recent one appears to be slightly more potent.
Did we lose Matt? It's a hell of a face to freeze on. It's a good look.
Great.
I think he'll be happy to be immortalized that way forever. I think the statue of
Person,
Matt will definitely be
dead
looking like that.
horses.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
what?
froze for a while there, buddy.
Be very alert.
You got the
Can
word
you hear
dead
us,
horses,
Matt?
be very alert, and then you came back. You were paused for a good moment, and you're
He's
still.
still
frozen.
frozen. I don't.
And if you had to take a wild guess,
I don't
that
think you
looks
can
hear
like
us.
Oh,
it's maybe a
Can you hear us now, Matt?
Dead horses.
Matt, what's going on? I think this is a great.
There he is.
Wait,
Okay,
wait.
can you hear us now? I see a face, a different
Oh,
face.
no,
Oh,
no. Maybe.
it's doing flash frames.
Oh no.
It's like he's having a wrestling tournament with the internet,
Uh,
and
Internet's
it's
winning.
got the baby oil.
So interesting fights going
Matthew.
on there.
Matthew.
I think now would be an excellent time to go on break while we wait for him
Probably.
to come back.
Good
So
idea.
we will see you in just a bit. So
Yeah, or we may not. We'll see. All right.
we'll see. Anyways, see you later.
Mhm. Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about whatever the heck just happened on my end. Internet decided to go no at me. Well, it was almost at the point we'd be taking a break anyhow. It was just obviously a little bit unfortunate, but it has interrupted what was just going on. Do I need to do any like promo stuff before we jump back in, or do you think we're fine?
Promo stuff.
I think we did it pretty
Cody,
hard in the
welcome to
beginning.
I think so. If not,
Yeah.
welcome to the party Discord is awesome. Go there. Drop us bits if you want to get cool emojis, or if you'd like to do other cool stuff with Twitch. And finally, we will plug all of our awesome stuff at the very end.
There we
It's
go.
fun stuff.
One. Yeah. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So, whilst my internet was going, "Nah," were you guys continuing conversation?
No, you stopped.
Alright,
It was
so-
like, because we could still hear you talking every once in a while, so
We just suddenly we were listening. We was like silence.
dead horse.
Dead horses.
That would explain why nobody reacted, because that was a
Ah.
big fucking law drop.
Oh, go for it again.
So,
Da 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 dead horse. What? Da da da
Yeah.
da da da.
so, all of these markings, you know, they're marked on various different trees. The more you look, yo, shit, like someone obviously comes by and puts one of these up. And if you had to take a guess, one marking from maybe about a month or two ago, the marking says, person in black cloak with dead horses. Be very cautious.
Ah,
The wizard.
or sorcerer, whatever he is. Demigod.
The magic man.
I haven't told you about the demigod part yet.
I just thought about it. Okay.
Sorry, what were you about to say? I was making a joke at Archer.
Well, no, it's so fine. Never mind.
I mean, were you thinking, would there be one describing Primrose if Primrose walked past here?
No. Well, maybe, but
I am now.
Primrose wasn't at Dundee when it fell, so I'm sure the party has talked about it enough, but I can get context. So
Yeah.
that's not a problem.
It was one of the things they immediately talked about, like, yeah, Dundee got burnt to the...
Did they? Okay, I don't remember.
We
It
still
got
This is
burnt
like
to the-
nearly a year ago.
It got
Exactly.
burnt to the freaking ground, and there were dead unicorns everywhere.
Yes, wrote a
Yeah.
song about
Yes,
it.
that is correct. We had to deal with undead unicorns.
It was the
Yeah,
unicorn
I
and Dundee.
Yeah, kind of like that. So...
It's not like this is based on a music album.
No.
We should probably give credit to whoever's
Coincidentally, if you ever want to listen to a really awesome power metal album, check out Glory Hammer's album Tales from the Kingdom of Five.
completely coincidentally named.
Yep,
Yeah.
complete coincidence.
Really strange those two things lined up like that.
Yeah.
But here we are, living in a world full of magic and coincidences.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say this though. I'm kind of annoyed because I won't listen to it until this is done. So I haven't been able to.
I mean, there's not. It's very abstract inspiration. Like, aside from the blatantly obvious, like, opening track, the Unicorn Invasion, and the inspiration for the character of Angus McFive, there's very vague hint. Like, okay, for example, there's one song on the album called
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
I can't remember the exact. I'm gonna have to get my phone out and get the exact
Frozen
wording.
Princess.
Yeah, it's like Frozen Princess in a Land of Tears. So like, yeah.
We've actually basically gone through the entire album up to this point.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hear that,
I-
Archer? He listened. He cheated.
I didn't cheat. I was told I could listen to it.
Way to
Yeah,
go, Cody. I
because-
thought we were in this together.
Things are only vaguely. It's more like, ooh, that's a cool inspiration. How can I twist that? You know, for example, the whole like the song, the Amulet of Justice. Like, yeah, it says it's at the bottom of like a lake. So, I invented Ranark.
And stuck an aboleth in it.
Yeah. Nowhere does it say I punched Satan fish and got a magic. Like, no. Like,
That's our
I had
version.
to. Yeah, I had
That's
to
our
swim to the
version.
bottom of a lake.
Yeah, that would be a good addendum to that song.
And then we punched it
Those
in
Satan fish. Then I took her to the bottom.
But like just Mateus singing it.
Mateus and like Flick singing background vocals.
Wearing a leather
Since
in it.
apparently he wants to be a bard anyways.
One day you'll arbitrarily take that one level.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, that's like as you look at all these markings, that's the vague notion you get. Like, okay, someone obviously has taken it upon themselves to make some kind of patrol route around here. They don't appear to be threatening in any way, shape, or form. It appears to be more marking things for themselves.
Keldor's still extremely suspicious and will be staying very alert. And maybe not fully paying attention to the conversations at hand.
So, I'm assuming what was said before my internet went berserk was, hey, pretend like everything's cool, continue conversation as normal.
Yep.
Because if memory serves, Heroes had just asked Prim, like, hey, tell me about your family. You don't have one? Or you do? Or you don't? I'm a good listener.
Yeah. And then Primrose sounded sad. So, Primrose had said something along the lines of, if you listen, I'll tell you the story.
Yeah, and
So-
Heroes like, please do. I've got nothing else to do. We're just killing time. We've literally got like another hour and something until our watch is over. Tell me stories.
I had a mother, but she did pass away when I was young. I had a father. They passed away about a month ago. So yes, I had the family. It was broken, but it was there.
Heroes kind of nods and things like, yeah. Parents die.
Wow.
It's not. What's the opposite of bad? Good. It's not good. I mean, I think my parents are dead. Don't remember.
Well, you definitely know they're dead when you try to take revenge for them and fail.
Holy shit, dude. Even from up here, that sounded cold.
I mean, I'm sure they were good. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm a good listener. I will sit here and I will listen to literally everything you have to say. If you want feedback, I've been chained up underground for, he lives for this many.
Okay, he's
I
got
don't
a
have
bit of a-
people skills.
Maybe we're expecting a lot out of him.
Primrose doesn't know what to say. Fuck.
All
Telling
right,
me to
screw
be
this.
quick, but I can't.
Huh? What?
You told me to be quick, but I can't. Can't do it, man. This is Prim style. Can't be quick.
It's not her way. All right, well, I'm going to come down from the tree anyway, because I'm not seeing anything from up there.
God.
You're not seeing anything.
No. It's a surprisingly overcovering tree. You know, you go somewhere, you're looking for cover, and then it's just way too much. So
I feel like
yeah, how you feeling?
Caldor and I are similar. That's all I'm feeling.
Flip looks back and forth between the two of you. He's like,
Well, you are both tall.
Both monsters too.
Sure.
Prim has got this very wiry grin on their face. Like it's quite kind of unnerving if you think about it. If I'm thinking about it, it's unnerving.
I mean, everybody in this group is a monster, aren't they?
No.
Are you sure? Do we have different definitions of what a monster is?
We must.
What's your definition? Is it looking different? Because I guess that makes me a monster, doesn't it? Like, different from what?
No. Monster is someone who there's multiple categories. But monster is someone who can't keep a promise to their mother.
Yeah, we definitely have different definitions of what a monster is.
Yeah, I think so. Promise is...
Keldor, back me up here.
Not keeping a promise doesn't mean... Otherwise, I think everybody I know would be a monster.
Yeah, like, that's a pretty wide net to throw.
Like, I've been called a monster. Well, one, I'm not even remotely similar to majority of people.
People can call you monsters for their own definition.
Yeah.
It's when you call yourself a monster where it counts.
Yeah, that's why I never call myself a monster.
I call myself a monster. That's fine.
Maybe you
I'll
should
accept the title.
not do that.
It's true.
I mean, I know it sounds like overly simplified, but sometimes it's the little things that make the biggest differences.
Little things make a big difference. Slightly looking at Flick like...
You get it? You're a little thing?
Ha 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 ha. Fake stab.
Keldor falls down over. Pretending to be dead.
I appreciate your concern, but you're not going to change my mind.
I didn't expect to. Nobody can change your mind when you have it set. It's up to you. Doesn't mean we can't be there for you.
We're not trying to change your mind. We're trying to change your vocabulary. Much easier to change.
This is true as well.
Flick walks up and hugs Primrose's leg.
I used to do that. Prim looks down at Flick, and I used to do that to her. Hug her like you hug me.
I figure all of you did at some point, but I just never really grew out of it. Feel free to vicariously live through me if you must.
I'm too tall for that. I'm sorry.
True. I can't fight your logic. Just hugs her again.
I've been grown for 40 years. It doesn't matter. I still failed her.
I don't think so.
That's right, you don't know.
I didn't say I didn't know. Thing is, failing someone is very different than doing what they or not doing. Failing someone is being a person that they would be ashamed. And quite frankly, anyone's ashamed of you, that's retarded.
What if you're ashamed of yourself?
That's a different matter. Eldor's looking at his hand.
I mean, I think everybody in the group is ashamed of themselves, too. That's kind of We're talking in circles here, really.
Yeah, our group is a little deranged, broken, something of the sort.
Hero slowly looks at all of you and goes, I was not informed of these. Also, what is shame?
Something you'll probably never have to worry about.
Nope.
Keldor's just like, when you do something that you really don't like, that you did it.
Yep, watch this. Watch this. Watch it go right over her head. See? Watch it. There it goes, and it's gone.
Then why not just not do it?
Yep, there it goes.
Yeah.
Or grow to not hate it. Do you think I like having to go moo every time I save a letter as M and O? It's actually really annoying. It messes my throat. It's not fun.
Is it coming around like a boomerang? Is it coming? Ow, shit, there it is. Ow.
But you just learn to accept it. I might not like having to go, let's move. But it's part of me. And I love me. Because I don't know anybody else. Or at least I don't remember anybody else to love.
And Keldor goes up to him and puts his hand on his shoulder and is like, you might be the only sane one in this group.
And Flick walks up to the other side and puts his hand on his knee, mirroring Archer's motion on the other side. And he leans in like he's whispering into his ear, even though he's whispering to his calf. And he says, don't you mean, what about Mooey?
Oh my god.
That one doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't have to.
It's true. Because life is big, sloppy, disgusting mess. And if we sit too long thinking and analyzing, we end up... Well, I don't know, I've never done it, but I can't imagine it's fun.
Prim has wandered forward on the path a little bit, away from them.
Oh.
We lost her. Maybe you should handle this one.
Me?
Yes, you! And I start pushing
Not you,
forward.
Calface. No, come here. And I'm like pulling back on his leg hairs. You come with me.
Okay.
Go see about getting another ring put in your nose or something. I don't know.
Ooh, I like rings.
Keldor's just like looking after Flicker, going, "Why? Why are you doing this to me?"
Because she's not responding to me right now. Kid, the cow needs another hole in his nose.
Oh shit! Yes. I'll get the spear.
I start leaning the guitar off that direction.
Impromptu piercing session sounds great. Keldor's like just looking after them, looks at Primrose, looks after them.
Primrose has her back turned to you right now, so just say,
Oh, that's the only reason he's doing this, and then he starts pantomiming like, "Why do I have to be the one to?" And then he gets quiet and just kind of walks up beside Primrose and is like, doesn't say anything, but it's just air.
You sound so uncomfortable, Archie.
Oh, I'm having a blast.
You just kind of.
Keldor is not.
So does Keldor just kind of like slowly walk up and just stand there and kind of like that weird. So.
Yeah, he's not saying anything. He's just kind of there, like, I don't know what to say, so I'm just gonna stand here awkwardly until you say something.
Prim heard all the conversation. They Prim will glance towards Keldor for a moment, and she died protecting me, you know. From them.
How it usually, or when you're trying to protect them.
I'm sorry, I can hear you.
And Keldor's like, that's how it usually happens, or when you're trying to protect them. Fail.
It shouldn't have happened. That's the problem.
Yeah, that sounds like 90% of life. At this point, Keldor's gonna call Snowy over and just start scratching behind his ears.
It's like, oh god, I'm so awkward. Pet!
Pet, come here and let me love on you so I have some sort of comfort.
I should have. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, please. I didn't know you were going to say anything. I was just about to ask a question. Yeah. But no, if you've got things to say, please, 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 this is your scene.
I should have been strong enough not to let that happen.
How old were you?
To an orc. Old enough.
How old were you?
Primrose takes a moment to think about it because they have to actually think back to it. Probably 7 or 8 to probably 7 or 8.
Okay.
I mean, to a human, that's teenage years. So I should have been strong enough, but I wasn't. So she died.
Thing about strength. Age doesn't. Real strength. In all honesty. Even if you were a teenager. Not your responsibility. And yes, it's something that you'll I'm not gonna say this any other way. This is something that you're probably gonna regret for the rest of your life, and nothing I say is gonna do that. But your mother died so that you could live. And living your life in such a way that you only regret that, that's turning your back on that sacrifice. And I don't know how you live life, obviously. Barely know each other, but I know that the people who have died in my past wouldn't want me to sit around moping. So I'll continue to move forward. It's hard. I don't want to.
I'm not upset that she died. I'm upset that she died because of me. She would be dead by now anyway. Folks don't live that long.
Did you kill her? Directly. Not just by inaction or not being strong enough.
Prim is just looking at you with a very strange look. In their head, they're fighting between yes and no.
Did you... I can't say pull the trigger. Doesn't work.
Bring down the axe.
Crossbows have triggers.
Technically, I have like a weird little lever thing, but all right. Shh.
Did you wield the blade?
I did afterwards.
Yeah.
I told her that I would avenge her. And only I missed my chance.
Vengeance is a strange beast. Oftentimes not worth it.
Tell that didn't work. It doesn't. Primrose is getting visibly flustered right now. They are upset. Let's see. When I got to kill those orcs in Cowdenbreath, I took that chance. It felt so good to run that knife through his head.
Now?
Still feels good. 50 years of waiting for it. Still feels good.
Okay. What are you gonna do now?
Bury my father. That's what I'm going to do now. I lost a part of myself that day, 50 years ago. It doesn't matter now.
Everything might not seem present, might stayed with everything matters. Well,
You get used to seeing with one eye when you're 8. You get used to the looks that they give you in a human village. It's so different from everyone else. If it were the same like that.
I've never used it. I don't really want to. Is I am not ashamed of who I am. Not apologize for it. But I'm also not gonna tend to be something. No. It's confusing. It's one of those things where it's like everybody says you're one thing. And yeah, you can choose to ignore it. Or prove them wrong. I like to prove people wrong. A lot of fun.
I look forward to being able to tell her when I see her again that I killed at least one of them. She was always proud of me, no matter what. I don't understand why.
But parents and elders just kind of start wandering off back into the pattern.
Primrose stays put. They're just staring at the forest. That's it.
So just as the scene ends, I'm going to move silently to within like a distance where if anything happens to Primrose out there on the edge, I can respond or at least wake everybody else up.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of hiding like 50 feet back or something in the grass.
Okay. Keldor, as you continue on your patrol path, yeah, nothing else really seems to come up as you go on, and it gets to a point where the switch would happen. Who is going out on the next watch? I mean, I think Kid, Varco, and Genfrey all need to get their full rest. It's basically just Flick and Angus.
Kilder's gonna stay up for the second one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Prim would be able to sleep. Actually, they wouldn't be able to sleep knowing them. They would be sitting in the tent doing nothing, so might as well keep watch again.
Okay. Angus will come out, and if you're all like, nah, we can't sleep, we're too depressed. He'll be like, he'll essentially shrug, and he'll be like, hey, well, I suppose I should join the party? And he'll join you in Depression Corner.
Already depressed
everyone-
people.
So, since basically no one else is coming and doing a watch, as the night goes on, it gets to midnight, 1 in the morning. The moon feels brighter and closer, and almost as if there is a slight ring around it. There is something magical and mystic in the air. Even if you can't understand it, even if you don't have a hint of magical capability or have never touched anything magical in your entire life, you can feel something is brewing.
I think Prim will be watching the moon. I like the moon.
Prim, since you are on the outskirts of the camp, you would have a chance of seeing it first.
Oh dear.
And Flick, since you're there keeping an eye on Prim, would the two of you like to roll spot checks?
Oh my god! How does they keep getting worse? Ow!
Nat 1.
On my patrol route, would I get a chance
Ah,
to do that?
fucking dicks.
So,
I fell asleep trying to watch over Primrose. Now this is clearly what happened.
Prim watched
And
the moon.
Yeah, and Primrose is blatantly staring up at the moon.
Yeah.
Keldor, yes, you're doing your route. You would also get a spot check. I was just seeing if either of these two saw it first.
Nat 1!
Nat 1! You
Oh
guys
my god!
fucking suck!
Between
Gee!
the three of us, we didn't even add up to a 20.
No, we do. We add up to exactly
just-
20.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
You know
It's up
what?
Dangus now. Up Dangus.
Okay, Angus, do you see anything? Well, with a 19 on the die, damn flipping right he does. 'Cause you're all in
Oh,
depression
God.
corner.
Thank
You're like,
God.
"Blah, blah, 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 blah." Angus, who hasn't even walked away from the fire, he's sat there poking at it. He looks up and he immediately stands up and he goes, "Hey, everybody! How the fuck did none of you notice that?
What?
Seriously?
I forgot to
Look,
roll for
there-
my owl.
Can you?
There's a
Can you
dragon
not?
20 feet away.
Well, it's not a dragon. Can you not see them horses and armed men walking towards us?
What? Oh,
Keldor
Oh,
just like turns and is like,
from which direction?
What? Huh? Who? What? Where? What? Who?
From this direction.
I can't see.
Ping's too far.
Oh, I see them.
Which
Oh,
direction? I can't.
dear.
Oh, hello.
Ah.
Yes.
Well, that would explain why I'm on the other side.
Me too.
Yes, walking through the cold night air, you can make out a single black horse. Upon it sits a figure in solid. The armor is strange. It doesn't gleam or give off a metallic edge like one would expect. It seems to be black.
Oh
And
shit! Everybody,
beside-
wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Besides this horse, two other horses walk, following behind. And then behind that, 9 armed people in full armor, helmets covering their faces, not an inch of flesh exposed.
I can relate.
So I run to all the tents, and Eliza's is the closest, so I get progressively quieter as I get to the tents closer to them. And I'm trying to wake Eliza up from inside her tent.
Yep. As you are all rushing and readying yourselves and all of that, you hear a voice. It's strange. This voice, you can tell where it's meant to be coming from, but the sound doesn't quite travel right. It sounds like a whisper, but screamed across a field as if to perforate your ears alone.
Okay.
So a stage whisper.
kind of, except it's almost as if it just enters the ear. It's almost as if it doesn't exist in the outside world, but you can hear it. And this is it for each and every one of you. You can hear this, and the voice simply says, "Identify yourselves."
Primus
And
on head.
everybody make a will save.
Oh,
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Mm,
Woofda.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man.
Bucko, you're supposed to be good at this.
that is supposed to be a bread and butter, Bucko.
Hey, I just woke. Baku just woke up, so he's a little bit out of it.
He's a little groggy.
Wait, what?
Am
Who
I
just
still
took the rest of
dreaming?
my will away from me? I barely
Okay.
might.
So, I need to roll for Angus, Gen3, and Eliza, unless anyone else has got access to their sheets and can do it quickly for me because I'm lazy.
Nope, the only ones I have access to are not currently with the party.
All right, no worries.
Same for me.
But will save for Angus. There's no way in hell Angus is gonna make it. I've just seen how crap his will is. Eliza, she might make it. She's willful.
This is worrying me.
And Gen 3. No, that's charisma. What am I doing? Clicking the wrong shit. Will. We don't need Gen for his charisma. He's not going to talk his way out of this.
Come on.
Okay, so
You can't dead face his way through this?
everybody, with the exception of Keldor and Gen 3, you are compelled to identify yourself.
I am your old dark horse of Cowdenbuff.
oh, okay.
Oh, everybody but who? Sorry? Oh.
Me and
Everybody
Gary.
who got under 20.
Okay. So I guess we all
Everyone.
sort of yell out at the same time.
I'm thick.
They all like go over each other so nobody can understand
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Everyone does it. Damn.
To check something. Excited to see just how potent this is.
Yeah. What? How much do we have to identify ourselves? What all do we have to say?
Okay, so the activity must sound reasonable. So
Suggestion. All right.
identifying yourself is perfectly reasonable. I'm just checking it. Like, he can only get like one thing, can't he? He can't like go, all right, cool, you suggested. Now dance and shake your booty. Like, I don't.
Yeah, it's only the
It can-
one thing.
Yeah, it's only one thing. Cool. I was just double checking that. And obviously, a few names ring out to him that sound important. I'm saying him. You can't identify dick all about this person, so I should be saying they. That's how we do things properly in, the world, I guess. So, what they do, this black steel-clad, just figure. That's all it is. The whisper continues into all of your ears. It goes, by the order of Sargoflex, you are prisoners and will surrender or face death.
Guys, I don't like
Thing.
this.
Are we compelled
So,
to? No, that's not a reasonable thing.
Well,
So,
I mean, interesting.
Well, this isn't suggestion. He did his suggestion. You identified yourselves.
Keldor is gonna walk up to the front of the camp with his owlbear in tow and say, I think not.
Can someone remind me what that name means? I can't remember what that name means.
Zargathrax is the wizard
We actually
who
have
burnt the
no idea.
feet of the ground.
The only one who does is Kid. We have no
Oh
idea
yeah,
what
I
that
guess
name
none of us
means.
knew that.
Oh, never mind then.
That wasn't on the tongues of any of the refugees when we got out of.
Not really.
one
All the
knew that.
refugees are like, what the hell just happened? Fireballs and
Yeah.
lightning raining from the sky.
And
Okay.
undead unicorns.
Yeah.
And the
basically
fireballs
it.
They
didn't
didn't
like
come raining down
spell
from
out
the sky.
Zargathrax as they were raining down. on you?
No, the only person who Angus is vaguely familiar with the name. You know, this is the bloke. This is the bloke who threw him off the fucking castle wall. Angus is familiar with this person, and Kid obviously is having dream visits with this person. So
Yes.
there are people who have more association with the name. So
Zarga who?
so
This isn't a good time to kind of tell. Wait, who's this guy? We don't know anything, and then get him more upset.
I'm not going back to jail, guys.
Is that some law drop for Flick?
I mean, I generally
for
just
long.
assumed that it happened at some point.
Sometimes it's just easier to stay there than to try and find someone else's fucking doorknob to sleep under. That took on a different meaning when I said it.
Okay, so none of you appear to be compliant. Let me just move these NPCs out because they've obviously left their tents to be like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull Eliza towards the back of the group a little more. Oh, unless Primrose just rushed up there. Okay. Yeah,
No.
that's what I was trying to bring her back
I
here.
don't think
So-
this certain person is here.
And does our Minotaur move up?
Yeah. He'd also take a few steps forward and be like,
Question. I'm sorry.
please.
Would Eliza even lie if Prim tried to bring her back against, like, behind the camp where it's more safe?
Eliza's literally just woken up. Eliza's going, what?
Come.
She's identified herself as Eliza Hawk, cleric of the Triad or whatever.
Yeah, she's half awake and goes, I'm Eliza Hawk, cleric, like resident cleric of Furness, wife of Primrose. What am I going? It's kind of a big deal.
Eliza. Prim is pulling Eliza back towards the back of the camp where it's safer.
Is anybody aside from Keldor being like, screw you?
Even that's how Kid lives and breathes.
Vako's gonna cast fly on. Actually, no. It'd be better if I cast invisibility on Flick.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Because what I'm going to give you all here is you've essentially got like one action before initiative is going to be rolled. Because at the same time as whatever you're doing here, the archers on the back row, they all lift their bows, knock an arrow, and draw. And there's this terrifying synchronicity to how they're doing. Not just, ooh, they're well trained. I bet they spent ages going, all right, guys, what we're going to do is on the count of 3. It's almost as if it's compulsion to maneuver.
Can I
Okay.
move and also cast in the same turn for this?
I'm going to say single action.
Okay, well,
Before
Keldor's in the
initiative.
way.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, I won't be able to do that then.
Yeah, Prim's already
These
done
things
her
look
already done their
undead.
action, so
Yeah, Keldor's in the way, so I can't do it.
And for my action, I'm going to activate my glaive. And let's see how well this goes. Say,
So it would work.
you really don't want to do this.
Okay,
So
hold
these
on. Before we
Oh,
progress, do these things look undead? Or you said they're covered head to toe in armor, so we can't tell? Was that...
Yeah, 100% covered head to toe in deep black steel.
No glowing eye sockets or anything?
Not that you could see.
no
Okay.
strange smells.
Oh.
Not
And
that we could smell from there.
yeah.
No,
And-
you'd have to go right up in there.
Okay.
Take a deep
Vaco
whiff.
was not able to turn me invisible yet. Is that right?
Yeah, because I have to I have to move to go back there, so I have to remain where I am. I think I'm gonna have to do something else.
Okay, then I'm gonna quick draw my magic daggers, I think, and I'm gonna move in to this tent and hide.
All right. Like the brave man you are.
Like the sneak attack specialist, I definitely am.
Yeah. Okay. So
I can run out and die if everybody wants that, but I don't think it's gonna serve anyone.
no. I'm
There
like,
we go.
Wow.
was there anything that you wanted to do?
Not a whole lot I can do with Keller being in the way.
Okay.
So-
Vaca will definitely do something.
Won't do.
Seeing that everybody's gonna probably be antagonizing towards the enemies that we just made, Vaco is gonna start pew-pewing at doing finger guns at these guys.
Do you have the range for that?
Yeah, it's 400 or 520 feet for a
Jeez.
fireball.
So if they are in the same planet as you, you can hit them.
Fireball's pretty ridiculous.
All right.
If
So
They're on a map that
Fireball.
Matt can create. He can hit.
So I did roll an intimidate check.
yeah. Okay. So, um, hmm. it's strange. The only person who seems to react in any way, shape, or form is the person on horseback.
Mhm.
The others almost act as if they don't see you or have no. For somebody who might not know any better, wow, these are really well-trained soldiers. Wow. To someone with a sneaking suspicion, I think they're dead.
Yep.
Interesting.
The person on horseback, you're kind of like, ooh, and he looks at you. I say he looks. The helmet turns, and he has a little chuckle as the armored gauntlet reaches up, touches the little face rate slate thing. And where are my notes? How close are you, Archer?
That's never a
50
good
feet,
question.
exactly.
50 feet or 60?
50.
Perfect.
Also never.
As the face grate lifts up, you see nothing inside this armor.
Cool.
And then, a moment later, a ghostly visage shrieks into your mind's eye, like almost as if through a brief flash, you see the image of the person who should be in this armor.
Okay.
It appears to be the face of a somewhat familiar, kindly old man. One you met briefly in a tavern.
Oh. Cool.
Except it is twisted and broken. Burn marks up this ghost's face as this shrieking howl burns its way into your eyes. And can you make a fort save for me, please?
As the fireball whizzes across the open land.
Bang!
Hey, they shot
make-
first.
Hey Matt,
Yeah.
is it reasonable with a 36 hide?
36 hide. You're basically invisible.
That'd be
Yeah,
a
but I-
16.
I just wanted
Archer.
Yeah.
The DC is 17.
Is it a fear effect?
No, worse. You'll find out in a second.
Okay.
I knew I couldn't put those D4s away. As this
I like-
horrific image buries its way into your mind, you feel a lot of your life force and physical strength drained from you. You are going to take 2 strength damage, 2 dex damage, 2 con damage.
Wait.
And with that, that'd be initiative, everybody.
Brutal.
Goodness.
Oh, did they take the fireball damage?
Oh,
They
yeah.
did take the fire.
What's the reflex DC?
The reflex DC is my level plus my charisma, so that's half my level plus my charisma, which will be 20. Reflex save.
Okay, wonderful. Chances are, because I know most of these things have got like basically no ability to dodge. That's a no. No for the archers. No for the foot soldiers. Horsey. Well, double horses. No. Black horsey. I'll tell you what happens there. And suits of armor. Can you roll me a percentile chance, please?
Sure.
All right, wonderful. Where's my initiative thing with Bopsy?
You're gonna have to add
NPCs.
Snowy in manually because his token's not set up properly.
Okay, yeah, I'll. NPCs. I mean, if you like, do you just want Snowy to move with Caldor?
That'll work.
So NPCs, theirs is 19. Wow, good rolls. And enemies for ease, I'm just gonna do humanoids, horses, big guy. So yikes, humanoids suck.
They stuck more than Primrose. My God.
They got a. Oh Jesus Christ, Primrose.
No, you know what?
Okay, and horses also. This is weird. Horses.
The worst part is that's not even as low as Primrose can roll.
No.
She can get a negative initiative score.
And
Well,
Ghost
she'll get
Boy.
moved until next turn.
Okay, so that and horses got that, and the Ghost Boy, a little better. Okay, so descending. Wonderful. Okay, I should have actually bothered to know all of their hit points on here instead of just on my phone. That was a bad idea from me. So, just.
They don't need hit points. They can just fall over dead.
Oh yeah. TJ, do you just want to win the game? Do you...
Yes.
Sure. Just put up the victory banner now.
Is
out
that just it?
Turns out Zargafrax was mentally linked to one of these things, and he got killed the second that fireball exploded.
Yeah,
Okay.
our satisfaction will be brief and unfulfilled.
It would.
Okay, so I'll mark them. Horses are down to that. And to describe what happens, the ghostly visage, that seems to be burning ever so slightly. The aura seems unaffected, and the horse on which this person is riding, well, in fact, because it actually stretches out to the other horse as well. As the fire emerges around them, because at first these horses looked really normal, and you see, almost as if the spell that was cast upon them burns away in the fire. The two white horses marked behind, you see that their pristine white flesh seems to disapparate off in the smoke, revealing rotting, gaping areas on these horses, and also revealing large horns from their heads. The black horse in the front, this horse seems to revel in the fire. In fact, it brays up, and you notice that its hooves appear to be ablaze along with its mane as it lets out a deep whinny, smoke bellowing from its nostrils.
All right, let's get that knowledge from
Interesting.
HR. Fuck!
Um,
It's the legendary flame horse.
It's a fighter. It's a shame.
so, Varka, it would be your move again.
I think Vaco is gonna be like, I gotta set him on fire again.
Now
Like
take
the
just
first one just
fireball.
wasn't that big. I need to do a second one.
More fire.
More fire.
Okay, you're going for that. As you,
Really fucking consistent.
yeah, thankfully, believe it or not, I did actually have plans to deal with this shit. Thankfully, the wizard is quite adept at magical combat. So, as you hurl the
Nuh-uh.
fireball towards them, what the wizard does, well, the suit of armor, it kind of lumberingly, almost as if there's nothing inside the actual armor, so it kind of flops up. And in front of them, I'm going to have to draw a little shape. Where's the draw sign? There. Let me just check the size of this dumb thing. So, yeah, wow, that's good.
If I see him raising his hand, can I quick draw the crossbow and take a pot shot at it?
Feasibly, but no, it's not meant to do that. Go back one. Nah, screw it. That should be correct. So let's check. Da 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 da. Yeah, you know what? It does that. That's more than enough. This wall, this almost invisible force, just appears out of thin air, and you see the fireball smash against it. You know, erupting this beautiful burst of flames as the people behind the wall just watch the fire pressed up against this pane of glass that seems to be resistant to everything.
Well, son of a gun.
Alrighty.
So if you wanted to make a pot shot, you could, but it would just also hit this.
Yeah, I was trying to get it up before, or get the shot off before he put the barrier up, so there's no point in losing the arrow now, or revealing my position.
So, next move would be the NPCs, who are all slowly waking themselves up like, the fudge is going on.
We got
Angus.
undead. Eliza, we got undead.
Yeah, Eliza's like, oh, she starts reaching around, trying to find her symbol. She's like, okay, I can do this, but I need to get close. I'm not going to do anything from here.
Okay.
And while they're behind that wall, it's not the smartest thing in the world to be doing. So Eliza is priming herself and getting ready. Angus grabs his hammer, and he kind of looks at Kid because his choices of like magical knowledge are Kid and Genthry, and he's seen Kid in a fight more than Genthry, and he just looks at you and goes, Yarl,
Yes, sir.
how do we deal with that?
Get behind it, or under it, or make them come out.
So
If
what should
anything,
I
break
say?
line of sight.
Alright. So loop around. Gotcha.
Might be our best option. I don't know if it goes up.
So Angus is going to start making his way downtown, walking fast. There we go. And Heroes, he has no idea what's going on, and he's just like, I can run that wall! And charges straight into the wall.
And thus died the noble hero.
No, he just kind of goes donk. Ooh, back to Ghost Boy. What's Ghost Boy gonna do?
I'm just seeing in my head this scary scene of this horse rearing up in a fiery background, and the next scene is just freaking running you straight into the wall.
Okay.
It was funny to me. I don't know.
You know what's funny to me? I was just sitting here thinking, you know what? It was kind of cute and funny the first like several games when Matt called everything Ghost Boy, whatever boy, Gollum Boy, Green Boy, whatever they are. And then I realized, oh wait, he's actually doing it for a reason because we don't know specifically what they are.
Yep.
There's actually a reason to have anonymity.
I mean, yeah, that's my justification.
Matt just has a collection of boys. We all knew this.
Damn right I do.
Well, that
Okay.
can be construed in many ways.
Oh wait, Ghostboy and Keldor have the same initiative.
Oh, so oh shit, they even have the same fucking modifier.
Yep.
Rochambeau, go.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Keldor roll a d20. Well, they're
Actually,
gonna
I
win.
would
That was correct.
not because I do have a negative dex bonus now.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You've been
Ah,
right
right.
because of his horrific
We'd be
image.
down by one, yep.
So, what? Yeah. Yeah, this fellow's gonna make a snap decision. By which I mean who rolled the shittest will save before, because that's gonna be his target. Because that's his logic.
Okay, sorry, Vaco.
All right, Varco.
Oh,
And he
does he
just-
have line of sight with Vaco?
Oh no, he can't even see Varco.
Okay.
There's a tent.
Mm-hmm.
So, next best would be Angus. Oh dear, Angus. You're gonna fail. Poor Angus. His brain always gets messed around with.
That's okay. We can just blind him like last time.
Oh,
Angus, why?
not 16. I don't know. Let me check. Oh, no. No.
No, just no.
So,
So Angus dies.
no. Some words get whispered. They float across the
Oh,
air.
not again.
And Angus kind of, he doesn't drop the hand, but his arm like droops. And he just looks like he's pausing. He looks a little confused.
Enjoy.
So that's Ghost Boy. Keldor.
Hunter used Confuse Ray. It was super effective.
What would I know what that wall is?
From what you can logic, is it seems to like it's obviously magic. It came out of nowhere, and it seems to be, as far as you can tell, indestructible thus far. You know, fireballs are pretty powerful, and it did squat.
That case, and I can see like the top of it, right?
Let me check some. Yeah, it's 10 foot high.
Okay. In that case, I'm doing this.
You're gonna jump over the wall, aren't you?
Nope. Magic missiles right to the ghosty boy's face.
Ooh, there we go.
It should. It's only
Depends
2
on understanding our
missiles,
shield rules.
so it's 7 damage.
Okay. And magic missile, big force, doesn't need miss chance. And big ghosty boy. So what was he on? He was on that, and he takes 7 damage.
And then I'm going to move. Let's see, where can I? 50 feet. So I'm going to move right about here. And then my owlbear, not being the smartest, is going to charge the wall. Boom!
All right. And Flick.
Dice I can see. I think I'm gonna tear out of this tent and run as far as I can. I guess from the entrance. Can I do like a 5-foot move to the entrance and then do like a
yeah,
run move into the woods?
You can take a 5-foot adjust to get out for 10. Absolutely fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a 5-foot to that square and then run like beeline it for these trees down here and try and hide in amongst one of them. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah. You can use the run action so you can full on bucket the extra distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, go right ahead. It's a straight line. Get in the trees, and make a hide check.
Okay. That's gonna be a 38 this time.
Pretty good.
God.
Good.
Ooh, dives right into a bush head
Yeah.
first. Just
See a little top knot above the grass.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
Yeah.
All right. Kid.
Okay, this is a weird one. Okay, best case scenario, because I know that this guy can apparently get anybody he can see. It almost makes sense for me to give him another target. But I've got a lot of spells prepared. So here's the best option. It ain't broke, so I'm not gonna fix it. We're gonna cast Mirror Image
All right.
to get the children on the field.
Got the school.
Like I think.
Or is it a
More this time.
kindergarten?
No, it's absolutely a school of kids.
Uh.
Or just children.
Ow.
Drones have no effect against me.
There's another
My
one.
Rain
another
hurts.
And there's another one. And once all that's cast and good to go, and all the kids just kind of give a quick hoorah from being who they are, I'm going to have to move them separately because I'm going to pick up the logs.
Hey, look at that. We're not even Mr. Meesey.
You know what?
You know, I'll run through the tent.
If I move that log out of the way for you.
No, I got it. Let's just keep them together. There we go. All right, the children are here and they're ready to go.
Oh, God.
They all have the spike chain out.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay, let's move that log back. Horses and soldiers. What are they going to do? Okay, well, the soldiers, this back row, anyhow, they logically do that? I don't know. That's a lot of physics. I'm just trying. Like, I don't think the physics would work where they would aim it up to come down like that. That's like not real physics, is it? That makes no sense. Like, that would be an utter failure.
If they're archers, they just shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
This wall.
Well, that's it. The wall was there. Like, it was a quick reaction to go, no fire. But they're a little
Well,
bit.
one fire.
You know what? Everyone, these are all delaying their action to move after Ghost Boy. That's their plan. So, Primrose.
Dun, dun, dun.
We have yet another wall to get past.
We're doomed.
Why don't I have? Hang on, I lost my notes for her and them.
You'll probably be the last move of
What?
the session. You get to end the session.
Mm,
Make sure you
There
say
they are. Will you say something too? Or that's just distracting too much. See. The thing I really- I'm a bard. I can't do shit except for inspire courage. That's what I'm gonna do.
Alrighty. So, Bardic Inspire Courage. Who's within 30 feet of you? Not the
Rose
children.
Get a lot of us.
Well,
So,
then we'll move forward a bit.
yeah, you move forward a little bit. Get the children. There you go. Inspire Courage.
Well, before they move forward, they're going to say to Eliza, "Take care of yourself," and then move forward.
Alrighty.
I'm not caught in that, am I?
No, it's 30 feet, I
Okay.
think.
That's fine.
Someone, please correct. No, it says right there, 30 feet. Wonderful. Okay. We are going to end the session there. After, I just write one last little thing. Flick,
Uh-oh.
from beside you, in the woods,
Uh-oh.
you feel a hand reach round and cover your mouth. You hear a whisper in your ear, not like a creepy ghost whisper, more like someone else trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oi, keep it down. I'm here to help you. Got it?" And that is where the session ends. So,
Oh snap!
He snuck up on me with a 38 hide check? The fuck is it?
He's a dwarf who can see in the dark.
It's almost like he was already there.
yeah.
He was probably standing right where I ran up and hid, and I just like crouched below.
The
He just-
good news is he would have
He's
heard
like
Angus
looking around,
McFly's
like, what the hell is this kid doing over here?
What did you say, Cody?
Oh, the good news is he heard Angus McFly scream out his name.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll work wonders.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to reveal what this person is just yet. So,
Not who, but what.
who, what, where,
Who?
when,
When?
why.
What's going on?
For what purpose? Where am I?
But thank you, everybody, for joining us in more of our Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 homebrew nonsense. I have been Dungeon Master, the Bardic Knock. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, and YouTube, all under the Bardic Knock. Please consider adding numbers to those pages for me, because that will make me feel good about myself. Welcome to the party. This channel, great place, good stuff. Discord link in the server down below. Go check it out if you have any interest in any of the nonsense which has occurred or things like it. You can find Welcome to the Party on Twitter at WelcomePartyRPG. here on Twitch, twitch.tv/welcome to the party, and over on YouTube at youtube.com/welcome to the party. That's all of that. Plugs. We have other plugs today for other people. Archer, if I wanted to find you on the internet, where would I go and what would I do?
Well, first off, if you look up Archer the Eye, I will show up on DeviantArt and Twitch. I should start be doing more Twitch stuff shortly. And I have a big announcement. I have opened an Etsy shop starting today where you can get lovely beadwork that I make myself. And it's
Nice.
all custom. I can make whatever you'd like it. Currently, I only have a few items on there, specifically earrings and bracelets. I will be adding more as I get them completed and have pictures. So yeah, if you want to check that out. Also, if you want to direct message me on Discord, I can also do stuff there and arrangements with you that way.
And obviously, the easiest way to find you on Discord would be to join the Welcome to the Party one, wouldn't it? And see your little name on the side.
Yep.
There we go. So that's how you find Archer in the quickest possible route, and where you can find his amazing, lovely work. What's the name of the Etsy shop?
It is Archer's Beadsmithy. I have just put a link in the chat. So if you want to check that out, I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see how this goes.
That's awesome. Whole bunch of new plugs today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, there's that. Cody, what is the name of the artist of Kid the Dark Horse?
I need to update.
He is known as Thomas JB nowadays, and he is on Twitter at https://twitter.com/Thomas TOMIS capitalized and B lowercase.
All right, wonderful. Is there anything else to plug from you, Kid? I think that's it.
Not for me yet, but there is one more.
Yes, there is one more, and it is our wonderful Rebecca and her DeviantArt page, where you can see the amazing stuff that she has been doing.
Which is really good.
It is. It's wonderful. It's great. It's awesome. And Rebecca, do you want me to say it, or do you want to tell everybody the DeviantArt page?
Similarly, if you look up Lundana, Lundana, I'm also on DeviantArt. I don't post very often, but when I do, I try really hard. That's it.
Okay. I have the name of the channel. I'm going to go and raid, because, well, yeah, it's everyone is a friend of Shogun. So, Shogun is over playing D&D on a different channel this week. I don't know what's going on. So, I'll examinate. I think it was XM in 8. I should have typed in raid. I'm silly. /raid. LXM in 8. I hope I spelled that right. If I haven't, then nothing's going to happen. But we're going to try and raid them. Yeah. Damn you.
So it's gonna be totally shaken after this. Nobody has any idea how long it's been since he's been snuck up on like this.
Alex animate. That'd be why, because I put it's animate.
Does help when you type things correctly.
Yeah, apparently I am not a good reader, so now it should work. There we go. Thank you everybody for tuning in and checking this out, and we will see you next time. Until then, stay safe and happy adventuring.
Bye.
There we go.